Hey, it's Guido coming at you with a Tactics Talk. Thanks for tuning in. I do appreciate your support as always. Got a replay here. Valedictorian Nonamanadus from HBG is going to get his Valedictorian on a pretty good game in his AMX M449 Premium French Heavy Tier 8 tank. So take a look at the setups right there. I actually have it before they start moving. And project yourself into Nonamanadus's pants. Whoa, wait a minute. Don't do that. Project yourself into his tank. And you're on Pilsen. You have spawned into the south spawn, and you're looking at the enemy setup. What would you do? Looking at the enemy setup, what would you do? Let's see what Nonamanadus does, and I'll tell you what I would have done. And I think already you can tell he has decided to go fight down into the lower factories. And why do I think that's a good idea? Well, if you look at it, he's in a 357. His only real danger is either getting swamped and surrounded or running into both T-29s who are working in a coordinated fashion. The 4502 without gold is going to struggle to penetrate his front. The T-29s are also going to struggle a little bit to penetrate his front. He can keep the threat straight ahead of him quite easily down here in these factories, and you will see him as he moves in here. He's going to start with that very idea. So with a little bit of support and some wise shots and maneuvering, he should be able to dominate down here. You can see that a few of his smaller tanks have gone over to the east side, and he's got quite the cluster hanging out on the corner of the big factory. So let's pause it here, and I want you to look at the minimap again. I want to actually make it bigger for you to take a look at it. Look at that deployment, the enemy deployment, and decide where you're going to go next. And think about that, and then once you decide where you're going to go, think about what made you make that decision. I'll show you what Nonamanadus does here. Sits here for a moment. Is anybody coming? No customers. Get to his camera, and now he is moving up. Why is he moving up? He's moving up because that giant cluster of enemy tanks is really out of position on that back corner. They have all decided to look down that one lane, and that allows Nonamanadus to get up into this next factory and become a thorn in their side. That's a bit of a bummer as far as where he aimed there. You can tell right away the T-29 has a bit of a disadvantage because he has the small gun. Now I think Nonamanadus has actually put his front sprocket out there because that's impressive. The guy penned, although he is shooting gold. And now we've got the other T-29 who has the big gun coming in. So these two T-29s give him trouble, but now he's got support of the Tiger P. So these two guys are really in trouble at this point. He fires, he's going to come out. Nonamanadus puts a nice shot, looking for a tracking shot. Doesn't quite get it, but nice effort. That's exactly the right idea. The T-29s are busy shooting someone behind him. The Tiger 1 is back there helping him. Goes for the track, gets it that time. Well done. Now he's got a Su-101 coming up. That's a dangerous TD. He doesn't want to let that thing get a bunch of shots into him and perma-track him. Takes that T-29 down. Now he's got the one with the small gun and the Su-101, which again, the Su-101 can do some penetration. Probably one of the more dangerous tanks to Nonamanadus in this game. This is a pretty fantastic shot right here. Somehow, I don't know how that pinned. It looked like it went into the top of the dude's sloped front superstructure, but wow. Nice shot there. Again, that looks like it went through his gun and pinned the guy. I don't know. It's a replay. What it shows and what really happened is not necessarily always correct. This T-29 is tracked, so he's in big trouble right now. Fantastic thing about a Tiger is how fast it reloads. Gets in there and takes down that T-29. Now they're not winning. It looks like the FV-4202 went up into the east side, and he's more or less had his way up there with those guys. So his team is losing. It's time to go ahead and try to bring this one back. That evens it up a little bit, but there goes the Black Prince. So really he's in danger of getting surrounded. The Su-100Y fired, so he's just going to come out and try to take him down, and he does that on the run. He eats a shot from the JP. He's got his loader dead, so he's not reloading quite fast enough, but that was a nice move right there. Always remember that your tank is a weapon as well. The terrain is a weapon. Use everything as a weapon that you can. And that's a nice job for Nonamanadus doing that. And now we've got this 4502 who has showed his face. Nonamanadus is trying to put his front armor to it. And unfortunately, the Tiger 1, who fought a pretty good game, makes a huge mistake right here. Goes charging forward. He knows he's got Nonamanadus, but unfortunately he eats 2 shots charging forward. So had he actually come in and then cut left over to here and then let Nonamanadus get out and get that 4502 busy, then he could have preserved at least 1 hit, maybe 2. Had more hit points, and he could have been popping out. Because now the 4502, his eyes are on the Tiger. He wants to take that Tiger down. Unfortunately, Nonamanadus gets around his side. Now the guy can see the Tiger, and he's going to kill off the Tiger friend. So not really a great job there, but getting her done. There goes the 4502. Nice shot on the track, on the back sprocket. Hits him. And the guy fixes it or repairs. Tries it again. Nice job. Comes in for a little bit extra ram damage. Still not won, but he's in good shape. Backs up so he can get his depression down onto the tank's side and punches it right through the 4502. Now the 12T's raging around. The enemy 12T and the 43 need to be tracked down. Nonamanadus did make a comment that the M449 hates to shoot on the move. Its dispersion is pretty bad on the move. I do not own one of these. I think I played a few games when it was a rental. So I have a little bit of experience in it, but not much. This is a bummer right here. Some extra damage he could have had. He ends up missing that shot. 43 takes one in the bottom. Shoot at this guy, and no, another miss. So 2 more bits of damage he could have had right there. He's at 3,500. He's going to get some damage on this guy. That's a nice shot. Oh, sorry, Bat Chat, rammed you there, buddy. And we're looking for another shot. Are we going to get it? No, and they play Ring Around the Rosie. I don't make you watch it. They do eventually track down the Bat Chat, but Nonamanadus doesn't get any more damage in there. So nice job. That finishes his Valedictorian, and it's always nice when you finish those big missions on an actual good game along the way. It ends up being a Class 1 mastery. But 3,800, nice decision making on initial positioning, good flexing forward when you saw what was going on. Nice job keeping your front armor to the enemy for the most part in there, and then pushing when required. When things started getting a little dicey and it was time to clean guys up before you got surrounded, that's exactly what you did. So nice job, Nonamanadus. Hope everybody learned something. Hope you liked what you saw. If you did, make sure you subscribe. And as always, we will see you.